three, four.
Hello everyone, good evening. Today is Saturday and you know what that means. It's time for Beyond the Art Show. Thank you. In Beyond the Art Show, we will be discussing about things that are related to literature, whether it's book, music, movies, or even paintings.
And of course, all of that are being accompanied by guest stars that are expected and involved.
I'm ULFAH, the host.
And I'm ZULFA as the co-host. And together we will be accompanying you for tonight in the show.
How are you doing, ZULFA?
I'm pretty well. How about you?
I'm not really doing well today because I haven't eaten my dinner. I lost my appetite.
How come you lost your appetite?
Well, 2 days ago I watched a movie and it's quite disturbing for me. So whenever I eat, I remember the scene. It pops out in my head and I felt disgusting.
I think it has to something that is explicit in gore.
Yes.
What the title of the movie or what is it about?
Well, talking about the name of the movie, it happens that today we actually going to break down the movie itself, and it's none other than TOYIBA.
Is that the movie that disturbed your appetite?
Yes.
I also have even watched that movie, and you know that this movie is like a bit controversial.
Yes.
So tonight we will break it down in the show.
In order to break down the movie itself, we will be inviting several guests into this show. And for our first guest, please welcome, he is the director of Task Movie. Please welcome Mr. Kevin Smith.
Have a seat.
How are you feeling today, Mr. Smith?
I'm very well, thank you.
How's your family?
Oh, they're doing fine. I just came from vacation with them.
Oh, from where?
From Swiss. It's really exciting for me.
It must be nice because
Yes.
there's a lot of nature.
Yes, of course.
Congratulations for your new movie. It became a huge success.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Talking about the movie itself, Task actually been very popular lately because a lot of people are talking about it on social media, daily activities, even the press are making a huge fuss about it. Now we know that the genre of the movie are comedy and horror, right? But despite the genre itself, a lot of people start questioning the genre because a lot of things happen within the movie and the things that happen is quite controversial and disturbing. So why did you make the movie? Actually, what inspired you to make the movie Task?
Okay, actually it just started with a joke when I record a podcast that is as podcast with director Clark and his close friend Scott Mosier, and at that time was discussing about online advertisement, which is a homeowner that offer a free lodging to anyone who agreed to live in with a walrus suit. So I think it will be good to make it into a movie. So I asked it to the audience on the Twitter. Yes, how was if I make this movie? So as you know, they agree 100%. So I'm really think that it will be good movie, and I'm really interested to make it.
And you produce it?
Yes.
So we got that. The main reason you made this film is an online advertisement, and
Yes,
it
yes,
was
exactly.
really joke actually.
Yes.
And so, did you find any struggle or difficulties when you made this film, like finding the place, finding the cast of the character, or maybe the difficulties when you take a shoot of a movie Task?
About the struggle, I think for all filmmaking have its own difficulties.
Yes, true.
So, but from this Task movie, I think from the difficulties is about finding location, because it is take 1 month to decide where location that should be used, and also the other difficulty about the finding actor. This is the most important. So because walrus itself have to look like real walrus. He have to act like real walrus. So I think it's difficult. So many actors refuse the offer. So it's difficult to me to find the actors from this movie.
So the difficulties are finding the actors.
Yes,
and the
exactly.
things. But you make it successful.
Yes,
yeah?
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
So, Tusk, it's become really, really popular. People are booking their seat in the nearest cinema. And despite it's being popular, a lot of controversial things are being mentioned in the movie. And we will be discussing and talking about it. We will be bringing another guest. But first, we will be going into break. Stay tuned in.
Mommy is back!
Guess what's inside?
Chocolate! Biscuit!
Our new toothpaste, Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection.
Why are we changing our toothpaste?
Because with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, I can be sure your teeth are cavity-free.
Cavity? What cavity?
Let me show you.
Most toothaches are caused by tooth holes called cavities. When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavity.
It also has natural mint for minty fresh breath every day.
Mom, can I eat chocolates now?
As long as you brush with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection.
Colgate is the world's most chosen toothpaste.
Colgate locks calcium in.
Keeps cavities out!
Recommended by the Nigerian Dental Association.
Welcome back to Beyond the Art Show. Earlier we talked with the director of the movie, Tusk. We talked about the things that happened in the movie actually. We talked about how he faced difficulties in choosing set, the actors, and also what inspired him to make the movie. And talking about the movie, Tusk actually related to mental and physical and also has a hint of art. And we will be bringing another guest to talk furthermore about the mentality and physical aspect, because it turns out that mentality and physical aspect is actually the reason of the controversial that happened within the movie Tusk. So that's why we decided to bring an expert. She's a psychologist. Please welcome Dr. NABILA.
So thank you for Dr. Nabila for coming to our show tonight. And how is your feeling?
I feel better and I'm so happy right now. And I think I'm good.
I'm glad to hear that. So have you expected that you will be invited by us for coming to our show?
No, I haven't expected about it. So I'm honored and I'm so happy and excited with this invitation.
That was good. So tonight we will be discussing about one of Mr. Kevin Smith's movie, and the title is Tusk. Have you ever watched the movie?
Yes, I have watched this movie.
So I want to ask your opinion about this movie as a master of psychology. What's your opinion about this movie? That this movie can be watched by any ages, like elderly, young people, or even underage. So what impact they will be got after watch this movie? I mean, like, is it good or bad for their mental?
I think after I watched this movie, I think the movie is not good. It's not enough good like that. So I think this movie is so sadistic, right?
Yes.
Yes, I think if you watch the movie, it should be avoided by audiences that the audiences are under 17 years old, because more or less it can be able to affect the mental emotional development by the child. So indeed, until now there is no search confirm this. However, the formation of a person's character is influenced by stimuli or stimuli from the surroundings, and if you watch the too many movies with the violence, murder, or other negative content, it certain can form your personality will be not good like that. For example, being a paranoid or antisocial personality, or maybe there will be an anxiety disorder in us. I think that's enough for my opinion about this movie.
That's actually quite concerning, and that truly happens to people, especially to those who are underage. So we move on to our next guest. He is quite famous. Everyone knows his name, and he is quite paving his name in the Hollywood. So to keep you not curious about it, we will be inviting him today. Please welcome Justin Long.
Welcome to our show.
Please have a seat, Mr. Justin Long. So how are you feeling today, Mr. Justin?
I'm well.
Did you flew over here from Chicago?
Maybe 5 hours.
Oh, that's quite long.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Justin Long is actually the main character in the movie Tusk. You played Wallace Brayton, right?
Yes.
And I'm a big fan of yours. Your acting was really, really incredible.
Yeah,
Good.
thank
You
you.
deserve a lot of awards for this acting. So, when you offered this role, what were you thinking? Why did you take it? Was it interesting for you, or perhaps was it something that you were not familiar, so that's why you decided to pick the role?
Actually, before I take this movie, I asked the first two directors. It's like, what is the movie, what genre, and what is the storyline, what the movie, and what's the
Place.
yes, where is the place, and what is the moral value that will be give to the audience. And after the director answer my questions, I read once more about the script. I read well, and I feel that it is challenge for me to be test.
Oh, I see.
Alright, so it's such an interesting reason from you. Why do you take this role in Tusk movie? So you because you think that this is new challenge for you, right? So tell me, how do you feel when you played as Wallace Brayton in Tusk movie? I feel, for the first time, I feel that I'm very confused and because before I don't think that the movie will be controversial, because after I saw the movie became controversial to the audience.
That's actually quite concerning for him as an actor. So we'll be going on a break. Stay tuned in.
New DAF Intense Repair gives unbeatable damage repair. DAF won't let damage hold you back.
I curl it because it expresses my personality.
I straighten it because it's my decision.
I braid it because that's how I feel beautiful.
I color it because it makes me unique.
I leave it because it's my own journey.
Because my hair is me.
For you to carry on being you, New DAF Intense Repair nourishes deep down and gives unbeatable damage repair because your hair expresses who you are. New DAF Nutritive Solutions.
Welcome back to Beyond the Art Show. Thank you so much for staying tuned in to this show, and we already invited the guest star, and we already talked and discussed about the things that happened within the movie. We already break down all of it. So perhaps if there's something still missing within the movie and you are curious about it, we are deciding to open a question and answer session for the audience. So feel free to ask. For those who want to ask, please stand up or raise your hand. Oh, yes, you miss. Please stand and introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you for the time. Before I would like to introduce myself. My name is way, I have watched the movie until the end, so I know the whole about the movie. And at the end of the movie, there is one acting by Mr. Wallace and his girlfriend, that is Alice, which is Alice visit him in like a zoo or place special of animal, and she visit him to giving one food, and I think she say that she still love him even though the condition not like the past, it's changed, and Mr. Wallace know that she still love him, so he is crying because her statement. So my point question is still there human feeling of Mr. Wallace, or is change, follow the condition as a walrus? And the question to the producer of movie. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question, Miss. Actually, for Mr. Wallace himself, about the sense of humanity in this movie, it's still there about the sense of humanity, because actually humans cannot think about human brain, human mind. So in this movie, Mr. Wallace just changed about the physical, not in brain. So the sense of humanity is still there about in him. You can see in the movie there is some scene about where is Mr. Wallace is cry, and also at the end of the movie when he see her lover, he's really cry. So that about the sense of humanity is still there in Mr. Wallace.
So the sense of humanity is still there,
Yes,
but
exactly.
the physical is changed.
Yes.
Yeah. So is that a clear answer, Miss?
Yes, thank you.
Perhaps there is someone wants to ask more question. Yes, you.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My name is ULFAH. I'm a journalist from Dance Entertainment, and in this occasion, I want to ask to the producer of this movie. You know that this movie became a big hit movie, and what I want to ask is, did you expect this movie will be a controversial movie? Because as we know that this movie is one of the movie with no religious or sexual subplots that explore disturbing boundaries that one will go to for the sake of art, as well as the limits of what one will consider art. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. About that is will be a controversial movie, and I'm really didn't expect it, because that I said I made this movie from the commercial, from online advertisement. So before I make this film, I asked to the audience on the Twitter. So they agree 100%. So I didn't expect it will be a controversial movie for the first, and I don't know. Many people have different thought about this film, so I didn't really expect for the first I made this movie.
Alright, so you have asked from people on Twitter.
Yes, on the Twitter, exactly.
Yeah, then they agree 100%
Yes.
to produce this film.
Yes.
Alright, so is the answer clear?
Yes, thank you. It's clear enough.
Alright, for the last question, please stand up and introduce yourself. Yes, you.
Okay, before that, thank you for the change. I will ask to the psychologist. Let me introduce myself first. My name is SITTIYANA. I'm a student of Turunjo Madura University. And now, I want to ask a question, but before that, let me to tell a little bit my experience after watch the movie. I watched the movie, but until the end, I'm just watch movie in the middle, and I feel like creepy of myself because when I watch the movie, suddenly I cry. I don't know why, what happened for me. Maybe it is something wrong happened of myself. So my question is, it is because feeling of trauma, or there is another causes? And so it's feeling of trauma or another causes. Will it happens of myself in the future? And so how about the solution of my problem? So I think for my question. Thank you.
Thank you for the interesting question. Now I want to answer the question. Actually, Miss Lily, when she was watching the movie, she was crying.
Yes.
And I think crying while watching the movie, I think it's characteristic of trauma. And I suggest Miss Lily to come a psychologist to telling what is the experience about. When she was watching the movie, she was crying like that. So if there is something that really need to be handled, I think psychologists will know better. And if there is something that really need to be handled, I think Miss Lily feel more better before that. And I think the cause of trauma is because in movie there is content about something or message that is comfy for the audiences, and so that Miss Lily feel the trauma about this movie. And as long as Miss Lily watching the movie, I think she will feel the trauma again if she was watching the movie like this movie.
Alright, so Miss Lily is crying while she was watching the movie. It's a proof that she has trauma after watch the movie. So Dr. Nabila suggests you to come to the psychologist.
So the guest star already answered the question and already delivered and discussed about the things that happened within the movie. So that means we have come to the end of the show.
But first we have to thank to our guest tonight.
You're welcome.
Alright, for really coming to our show
And spending time here.
Yeah, and giving us a nice explanation about this movie.
And thank you for the audience because of the enthusiasm and the participation and also the question. Thank you very much for tuning in, and see you on next Saturday
at the exact time